Opera coming back to Annapolis this weekend at Maryland Hall, the Annapolis Opera, and joined by Kathy Swekel from the opera. Good morning, Kathy.
Good morning, Bill. So nice to be back.
Good to have you along with us. I wasn't familiar with the Little Women Opera. Tell me about that.
Well, it's really interesting in that this was a special commission that was done by the Houston Grand Opera, and it was written by a young composer named Mark Adamo, and he's actually going to be here.
Oh, okay. Does he live in Houston? Or?
No, he's actually a New Yorker.
Okay.
So he'll be traveling down, and he will be giving an actual lecture discussion on Saturday, November the 4th at 5 o'clock, and it's open and free to the public to come hear how he came to write this opera and his process. It's a very interesting story.
Okay, now it's the Louisa May Alcott book, Little Women, correct?
That's right, the great American classic, which is celebrating its 150th anniversary of its publishing.
Okay, now where is that classic set?
This is set in a kind of make-believe place in New England, and it is immediately after the Civil War. So it's the story of four young women and how they grow and develop and how they're affected by their family after the Civil War. And it's all about growing up and growing apart.
Okay, and I imagine you have the four young women singing these operatic parts, huh?
Yes, we have a wonderful cast, and some of our regular patrons will recognize a couple of our performers who are returning to us, such as Ariana Ware, who is one of our vocal competition winners, Jonas Hacker, who is also a favorite here in Annapolis Opera, and Daniel Schofield. But playing the main role of Joe is Sarah Mesco, who this season is a Metropolitan Opera regular. So we're really excited about the amount of talent that we have coming to perform, and we have a wonderful set that was designed by April Joy Vester and is an idea and representation of the actual Alcott home.
Well, this is nice. Now, you have, are most of the folks that perform, the singers and the actors, are they local folks?
Oh, no, these young performers, and when I say young, these are professionals. I don't mean they're young in terms of just coming out of school. These are what we call emerging artists. They are ready and launching their careers, such as Sarah at the Met. They come from all over the country, and we have hosts that put them up and give them a home environment so that they can have their own space and relax and feel part of the community.
So how long does it take you to put one of these productions together? I mean, with these people coming from out of town, what's the rehearsal schedule like?
Well, we start planning 2 to 3 years out, and then we cast it usually about a year to a year and a half out. And then the artists learn their particular roles well in advance. So when they show up here a month before the performances, that's when we actually start the rehearsal with the whole group. But it takes about 2 years to prepare for one performance.
Okay, now you have the four women. They all can't be sopranos, can they? I mean,
no.
Overbearing, I think.
No, we have the wide range of vocals, everything from what one person could just call an alto, but there are different types of sopranos, and we have mezzos and sopranos.
Okay, how did you get interested in opera yourself?
Well, long story short, I did a lot of music production with symphony orchestras, and I toured a lot with artists, and over time I just got to love the art form. And when Annapolis Opera was looking for someone to lead the company, I was fortunate enough to get that position because I love supporting and being involved with the arts community where I live.
Okay, now, Kathy, how many performances or how many different productions do you do a year?
Well, we do 2 fully staged operas a year, and we do a handful, about a half a dozen different concert type of performances. So we're busy throughout the year. You'll see us doing different concerts in different areas. But right now we're doing Little Women on November 3rd and 5th. And then the next fully staged opera will be in March, and that will be the traditional La Traviata.
Oh, yes, of course. Now, The opera company itself, you bring these major performers in from all over the country, but do you have local people at all involved in vocalizing or working in the opera?
We do. We have a very fine opera chorus, and that chorus is made up of people from all over the Annapolis area, and they can range in number. For this production, there are only 4 voices, but in La Traviata and some of our other productions, we'll have up to 30 or 40. Plus, there's a special kind of job called a supernumerary, which just means you walk across the stage and do whatever the director tells you to do, but you don't sing or talk. So we have different kinds of jobs, and we have people who love doing those supernumerary roles. And so we have a regular pool of people who line up to get into the opera.
Oh, I thought maybe you had people like an alderman or somebody just take that job and walk across.
Well,
hey, there's somebody we
occasionally
know.
We do. You may even find yourself on the stage if you don't watch out.
Okay. Well, all right. Now, tickets. How do you get them?
It's very easy. All you have to do is call Maryland Hall, and the box office number is 410-280-5640, and they're generally in 9 to 5 daily.
Mm-hmm. Do you have like a pit orchestra or anything like that?
Not just a pit orchestra. Our quote-unquote band is the Annapolis Symphony Orchestra.
Oh, well.
We partner with them, so not only the music from the singers is going to be first rate, but the musicians playing the scores for us are absolutely wonderful.
Okay, so it's all union deal here.
Oh yeah, it's a great group, and we love working with the Annapolis Symphony. They're great partners with us, and so we have a lot of fun. You'll recognize even the people in the pit.
Okay, sounds good. And what time is Downbeat here on Friday evening?
Friday is 8 p.m. and Sunday is 3 p.m.
Okay, and once again, AnnapolisOpera.org is your website? AnnapolisOpera.org. Okay, you can get tickets there or at the box office too. Okay, well, thank you very much for stopping by. I hope it's a big success. I'm sure it will be.
Thanks for having us back, Bill. Always appreciate it.
Always a pleasure. That's Kathy Swekel with the Annapolis Opera joining us this morning on 1430 WNAV. Little Women, Friday and Sunday. Story of 4 sisters and their struggles after the Civil War. Get those tickets, Maryland Hall box office or online at AnnapolisOpera.org.